afternoon. Welcome back to Wendy Hill Kennel. So we're downstairs with Libby's kids. She's not happy. They weren't happy, but they're okay since I put them on my leg. Except I can smell the aroma of somebody that I think is going to potty on me. And I don't know. I think I'm in trouble. Are you going to? Oh, it'll be okay. I know. I'll put my arm back. There you go. Yes, I know. You'll be all right. Yes. There we go. These guys are going to be 4 weeks old on Christmas Eve. And they're huge. I mean, they are just... But you figure out Mama's got 8 nipples and there's only 3. And they just go from nipple to nipple to nipple. And they're huge. So you're so fat. I know it. You're such a baby. And they're really not doing a whole lot yet. They just are eating, sleeping, and going to the bathroom. And this one's the baby. I know, be all right. You're going to have a fit when I do something with you, aren't you? All right, so today we're going to give them, hide your eyes. Hide your eyes. There you go. I'll tell you what, hiding their eyes works every time. We're going to do their weights, microchip numbers. I'm going to put them on the floor as I do this, which she's probably going to have a fit. Can you hold still now? Good baby. Let me turn my scale on. Let me turn my chipper on. Let me come up here and zap you with my chipper. This is 97.63 that I've got in my arms. I know. They have such pretty coloring and such pretty faces. They're like the Bopsy twins. Oh, no, don't you start. You've been very good. And I'll turn her around. They have beautiful coats. They have just got tons and tons and tons of coat. They are turning. They're going to get probably a cinnamon color or a buff color, somewhere in between that. Or you could end up with a sable, which means they keep this little bit of black tufting on their coat. But I don't think they will. I really do think they're going to turn. Oh, I know. I'm going really slow. I'm going really slow. Yeah, it's a scary thing, isn't it? Yeah. You'll be all right. All right. So I'm going to move her over here. 97.63. We're going to see what she weighs. She's at 3 pounds 14.5. And she's a handful, I'll tell you. I'm going to set you down. Yep, they're really not doing a whole lot yet. Just kind of in the panic mode, and they're eating and sleeping. And pottying, that's about it. So sometime this next week, they should start to get up and rock and roll. This is the male. I know, you're a good boy. You're not going to cry, are you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I know, I hear you. You can hide your face right there. Yeah. Just sink your head down in my leg and go to sleep. All right, so this guy is sold, and I know there's one of these girls that isn't sold, and I apologize, I didn't look. This is 97.70, and he is really a pretty puppy. I love the platinum colored coat with all the blue merle speckles in it. Really nice coats. And I know, I'm going to turn you around. He's got the phantom markings on his legs, on his eyes. We scooped his face so you can really see the little speckles on the merles to get the hair out of his eyes. I know, you're not happy. I think he's got double blue eyes. I gotta turn him around this way so I can see him in the light. I don't know. I want to say yes for sure on this eye over here, but I can't tell on the other eye. Yeah, they're both double blue. So this guy has double blue eyes. It's okay, hide your face. 3 pounds, 5 ounces. Okay, your brother's coming. He's coming. He's coming down here and he's going to keep you company. Yeah, look there. Scoot in there next to her. There you go. Now you're good. This one's sound asleep. Can I pick you up? Oh, I know. There goes the grunting. There goes the grunting. Oh, you're all warm. You've been sleeping in my legs. I think the only difference, she does not have any white on her toes. And I am pretty sure this one has white on her toes. Do you have them on both toes? Yep, this one has white on both toes. This one does not. So that's the difference. And this one does have white on the back. So does this one. So the one of these is not sold, but I can't tell you if it's no white on the toes or if it's white on the toes. This one's being better. But they're like the Bobbsey twins. They're the same color, same coats, same everything, except no white on the toes. And this one is, I lost my chipper. Oh, this one is 97.61. And I'm going to slowly move her over here to the scale so I don't scare her. She is 4 pounds 0.5. She's the biggest in the litter. I know, the whole litter of 3, you guys are just like hooked on Elsie the cow, and you just are drinking everything you can drink, aren't you? They're really not on dog food yet, which is really surprising. By this age, usually they are. But you got to remember, normally in a big litter, they fight for a nipple, and they don't get as much. So these are a little bit behind as far as development on moving and getting out there and looking, because they don't need to. They just lay next to mom and nurse all day. So this next week, things will start changing. We're actually setting up a new play area downstairs so we can do indoor play videos because of the bad weather that I'm sure is going to come our way. And so after Christmas, we'll be able to do all them playing on the floor in here. We've just got to move a bunch of furniture and clean out some stuff, and we're going to set up a play area. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It's not a very big video at all. I knew it wasn't going to be with 3 puppies. But I will tell you something to really think about. I have a family that called today, and they've had their puppy for 6 months. I think it went to an older family. I'm not sure. But these guys are active. They are very active as a puppy. They're not like take it home and sit on your lap forever and not romp and play and get into everything they can get into. They're a puppy. And you've got a puppy that's going to weigh between 20 and 30 pounds. So this family actually wanted to return their puppy or find it another home. And I told them right now I did not have room for it, but they could bring it back after Christmas because we would have puppies that would be leaving and we would have room to take it back. But they're bringing it back because the activity level is too high. Well, it's a 5-month-old puppy. And it's dragging the owner on the leash already, and it weighs 23 pounds. So please be aware that these guys do need a lot of activity. They do need a lot of burning their energy off. They're not a puppy you can just take home and keep in the house and it's going to be a great fit for your family. You've got to be an active family or an active couple that, is walking all the time and want to put the time in it to train it to be a good family member. They can't just go home and be instant great dogs. We start them out here and give them the best start that we can give them. But, you're going to have the bulk of 75% of this training. We have a small portion of this training that we work on from 6 weeks till 9 to 9.5 weeks. So in 3.5 weeks, we work on no bark, no bite, no lick. We let them run their energy off as much as we can. We do it to where they're exhausted and then they go back in the kennel and go to sleep. But at home, you've got to burn the energy off. At least a couple times a day, possibly 3 times a day. If you've got a yard, that's great. They can go out in the yard if it's fenced and you don't have to worry about them. Or, if you're going to, once they finish their shots at 16 weeks old, then you can take them to puppy classes. They really don't start obedience or leash training or things like that until they are 6 months old. So this puppy that was that they called us about today is just now at that 6-month-old stage. So they said they took it to a puppy class and it failed. Well, it's just now 6 months old. It's just now old enough to start on basic obedience. But you can work on things at home, even if it's just 5 minutes to 10 minutes, no more than that. Make it a game. Get a clicker. Teach them with a clicker. Clicker training is fabulous. There is a couple people on Windy Hill Puppy Parents. If you go to the Facebook page called Windy Hill Puppy Parents and you look up Lynn Goddess, she has a Schnoodle from us, and I think Gyro's about 25 to 30 pounds. He may be a hair over the 30, I'm not sure. And she has trained him in a year to do like 17 things with a clicker. And it doesn't take as much work as you think. There's also a lady named Christine Dickerson. If you look her up on Puppy Parents, she's probably had her puppy home for about a year and a half now. And in the first 15 days home, she taught it, I think, 6 tricks, which weren't really tricks. It was like stay, up, onto, she had a Corunda bed similar to ours. It was up off the ground. She taught it when she would click it and say up, the puppy would jump. And it's just a repetitious habit with the clicker and a treat. And the first thing to do is teach it every time you click it, they're going to get a treat. And then from there you progress into things that it does. When you call it and it comes, you can say, good come, click it, give them a treat. It does take some patience. It does take some time out of your day to do it, but not a lot. But if you can go on Wendy Hill Puppy Parents and look up those videos, you'll be amazed at what they did with these guys. Clickers are extremely cheap. You can get them on Amazon Prime, and I think you can get a package of 6 of them for like 12 or 13 bucks. Maybe they've gone up since COVID, but that's what they were before. But there's lots of things you can do with your dog. You can't just take it home and expect it to just turn into this wonderful little family member. You gotta put some time in it. You gotta put some training in it. Repetitious habit on a puppy. And in the beginning, you just want to get this puppy used to your schedule, your family, and get it on a schedule. A schedule is your best friend. Do not get up in the middle of the night with this puppy. Let it learn your schedule. Yes, it may potty in the crate. So put some newspapers in the back of your crate or wee-wee pads and let it go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. When you get up in the morning, take it directly outside. And in a few weeks, you will notice it doesn't go at night. It waits till you get up. It has to learn your family. It knows us, but it does not know your family. So please be patient with them when they're little. Paddling them does no good. If they potty on the floor, it's kind of your fault because it shouldn't have been on the floor if it hadn't been out to potty. And when you go out to potty, I cannot tell you how many people come here, go outside and clap their hands and say, come on, go potty, go potty. Well, you're playing with it. It's watching you. It's not out there to do what it's going to do. So when you go out to potty, take the puppy out, stop and stand still. Do not stare at the puppy. Just cross your arms and stand there and look away, but kind of keep an eye out the corner of your eye where the puppy's at. And it may sit at your feet a few minutes. You can also just swivel your position, turn a little bit left or right, and stand still. Do not talk to the puppy. And all of a sudden you'll see it just like, oh geez, they're not going to pay attention to me. And it'll kind of sigh and it'll walk over in the yard and they'll squat to potty. And then as it potties, you can say, good potty. And you can use a clicker or you can just say, you know, good girl, go potty. And if you do that over and over as they potty, you will teach them the word potty. And they will learn that you might give them a small treat. Treats are something when you get these guys home. Please don't give them lots of treats a day. They won't eat their dog food. And then you're going to get in this vicious cycle. Because then you're going to want to put canned food in it. Or you're going to want to put water on it. Or whatever else people do. Just don't do a lot of treats. They don't need a lot of treats. You can use carrots. We're teaching them all to eat carrots. Those little things called Little Jacks, that's really a marketing ploy. If you buy the regular big bag of Big Bill Jacks, they look like the size of a beef bouillon cube. Cut them in 4 pieces. Then you have the size of a little bite. If you can get 5 pieces out of that, that's great. But don't use any more than maybe 2 or 3 of those a day, cut into lots of pieces. Otherwise, you're giving them their calorie count and they won't eat their dog food. So, just a tip for today while they're sleeping, since that came up this week with these people with a dog that's 6 months old and can't cope with it because it's got energy. And puppies don't slow down until a year to year and a half old. So, just keep that in mind when you get your puppy home. And if you have any questions also when you come to pick up your puppies, please don't hesitate to write them down and bring them with you. You know, our thing here is to get you off to the best start we can get you off to. Also, give the puppies the best start they can get off to when they're here. So I want everybody to be happy with their puppies, and most of all, I want the puppy to be happy. I want it to have a good life. I want it to have a family that loves it, cherishes it, and treats it like a member of the family. So I hope you've enjoyed their video. I'm sorry they're not doing too much this week. They will. Be prepared. Peach's puppies were like this, and then they turned into maniacs. We need to get out that song that's called Maniac when we set some of these puppies out here to play. But anyway, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope you remember the reason for the season. And I hope you have a safe one. And from all of us here at Windy Hill Kennel, we all wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So we'll talk to you soon, and have a good holiday.